These are live visuals coming in from the National Centre of Performing Arts, live from Mumbai, where you can see on your screens the mortal remains of the legendary iconic figure of India, Ratan Tata. And a state funeral will be held for this legendary figure, India's most beloved industrialist. He is loved worldwide and he had taken India to new heights. He put India on the global map. Ratan Tata's body will be kept at the National Centre for Performing Arts in Mumbai's Nariman Point. And it will be kept there for darshan, and people will be able to pay their last respects, their last tributes to this iconic figure of the country. So the Titan of India, Ratan Tata, has passed away in Mumbai's Breach Candy Hospital late last night. He was battling ill health for quite some time now, and in fact just last Monday he had assured the people, his well-wishers, his fans and his lovers, that he is there only for a routine checkup, but his health concerns it turned bad, and finally he breathed his last late last night. So the entire nation, the entire country today is mourning the loss of this great iconic figure of the country, Ratan Tata. And Ratan Tata, he will be cremated with full state honours. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde announced this earlier following the demise of Ratan Tata. The state government has also declared a day of state mourning on a Thursday to honour the late industrialist. And Maharashtra Chief Minister Mr. Eknath Shinde also announced that the national flag will be flown at half-mast across government offices in Maharashtra as a mark of respect towards the legendary industrialist. And all entertainment events scheduled for Thursday, have also been cancelled. His body will be kept at the National Centre for Performing Arts, where people can pay their last respects. These are in fact live visuals coming in from the National Centre of Performing Arts, where his body has reached just a short while back from his home in Kolaba. Home Minister Amit Shah will be attending this legendary billionaire industrialist's funerals, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi departed to Laos in order to attend the ASEAN India East Asia Summit. So Home Minister Amit Shah will be taking part in the last rites. So the national tricolour being put on the mortal remains of the legend industrialist Ratan Tata. Live visuals from National Centre of Performing Arts in Mumbai's Nariman Point. And as we all know, viewers, that Ratan Tata was one of the most beloved, in fact, the most beloved industrialist that the country ever had. And therefore, upon his demise, a huge crowd is expected to turn up at Nariman Point at the National Centre for Performing Arts in order to pay their last respects, in order to pay their tributes one last time before the state funerals are held. Mr. Ratan Tata's death marks the end of an era in Indian business where a man reshaped the country's industrial landscape and catapulted his family-owned conglomerate into a global powerhouse. And viewers, one of the major reasons why he was so loved and respected across all walks of life is that although he controlled 30 companies operating in more than 100 nations across 6 continents, Ratan Tata, he was extremely humble, he was extremely down to earth. He lived an unassuming life, and despite his vast influence and success, he never appeared on lists of billionaires and remained a figure of quiet integrity and decency. Ratan Tata was born on December 28, 1937 in Mumbai, and yesterday he breathed his last at Breach Candy Hospital in Mumbai, and right now his mortal remains are being kept at the National Centre for Performing Arts at Nariman Point in Mumbai, where a host of dignitaries and people from all walks of life are scheduled to take part in his last rites and pay their last respects, their last tributes to Ratan Tata. So after the news broke in of Ratan Tata's demise late last night, tributes have been pouring in from all circles. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also paid his last respects through a social media platform X. President Draupadi Murmu also poured in her heart and paid tributes to Ratan Tata. The veteran industrialist died at a Mumbai hospital, the Breach Candy Hospital, late Wednesday night. And the chairman emeritus of the Tata Group was 86 years old when he breathed his last. Tata was admitted to the Breach Candy Hospital in South Mumbai on Monday owing to age-related issues and to control his blood pressure. He was having some issues in his blood pressure, and the situation turned bad, and he finally breathed his last late last night. Tributes have been pouring in from all across the country and worldwide following Tata's death. Prime Minister Narendra Modi condoled his death, calling him a visionary business leader, compassionate soul and an extraordinary human being. In a statement, the Congress also said that it is deeply saddened by the passing of Padma Vibhushan Shri Ratan Tata, a titan of the Indian industry and a philanthropist who shaped the country's corporate landscape. Meanwhile, along with the rest of the country, the chief ministers of the northeastern states also mourned his death. Ratan Tata had a special connection, a special relation and a special love for Assam. And Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma has termed it as a personal loss. He has mourned his death, terming the death of Ratan Tata as a personal loss. And Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma tweeted in pictures of Ratan Tata and him with the message, Shri Ratan Tata ji's legacy is one of compassion, statesmanship and unshakable conviction in the India growth story. His life is defined by building enterprise and giving back to society. In his demise, people of Assam have lost one of its biggest well-wishers.
Lights!
The all-new Jupiter is more than more. Style more. Space more. Storage too is even more. Call alerts, navigation and some more. Mileage is much more. The all-new Jupiter is more than more.
Introducing the all-new TVS Jupiter. India ka naya
Zyada,
Ekua, Adhikam, Beshi,
Shasta,
Adhika,
Vadu, Besi.
বিশ্বাস কৰাৰ আগতে পৰীক্ষাটো কৰি লও মেডাম।
পতঞ্জলি হানিক পৰীক্ষা কৰা হৈছে বিশ্বৰ প্ৰসিদ্ধ লেবত আৰু পতঞ্জলি হানিয়ে পাছ কৰিছে বিশুদ্ধতাৰ 100ৰো অধিক ইন্টাৰনেশ্যনেল পেৰামিটাৰ্ছ। হেইটো হৈছে মোৰ বিশুদ্ধতাৰ নায়ক
পতঞ্জলি হানি 100ৰ ভিতৰত 100।
প্ৰচুৰ পৰিমাণৰ গ্লিচাৰিনৰ সৈতে ইডিএছ সফট স্কিন আৰু স্যাভলন সুৰক্ষা যে বীজাণুৰ পৰা কৰি ৰাখে সেফ। স্যাভলন গ্লিচাৰিনৰ সফটনেছ, স্যাভলনৰ সুৰক্ষা।
নিষ্টেলৰ হৈতে নে খেলা খেল
নহলে হ'ব স্বাস্থ্য ফেল।
স্বাস্থ্যৰ সৈতে হেতালি নেখেলিব। পতঞ্জলি ফিজিক্যালি ৰিফাইন্ড ৰাইচ ব্ৰান তথা সয়াবিন তেল আনক আৰু সুস্বাস্থ্য পাওক।
শারদীয় দুর্গোৎসব উপলক্ষে এইবার প্রাইডিস এন্টারটেইনমেন্টস প্রাইভেট লিমিটেডৰ বিশাল আয়োজন। ষষ্ঠীৰ পৰা দশমীলৈ গোসানী নামৰ প্ৰতিযোগিতা, ঢাক ঢোল বাদনৰ বিশেষ প্ৰতিযোগিতা, দশভুজা বিসৰ্জনৰ অভিনৱ প্ৰতিযোগিতা, পাণ্ডুঘাটৰ পৰা বিসৰ্জনৰ পোনপটীয়া সম্প্ৰচাৰ, লগতে জনপ্ৰিয় শিল্পীৰ বিশেষ সংগীতানুষ্ঠান। ষষ্ঠীৰ পৰা দশমীলৈ প্ৰতিটো দিনতে উপভোগ কৰক আপোনাৰ প্ৰিয় চেনেল ৰং আৰু ৰামধেনু।
News to keep you ahead.
Well, viewers, the entire nation is mourning the death of Ratan Tata. Tata was born on 28th of December 1937 in Bombay, India, into the Tata family, one of the country's most iconic business families. He was raised by his grandmother after his parents separated when he was just 10 years of age. Ratan Tata studied at Cornell University, where he earned a degree in architecture. Later, he pursued a management program at Harvard Business School. His academic background helped shape his future vision for the Tata Group. Ratan Tata joined the Tata Group in 1961, starting at the bottom, working on the shop floor of Tata Steel in Jamshedpur. He joined as an assistant in Tata Industries in 1991. Ratan Tata became the chairman of the Tata Group, succeeding J.R.D. Tata. Tata ran the group founded by his great-grandfather more than 100 years back until 2012. Under his leadership, the conglomerate expanded into global markets and diversified across industries. He founded telecommunications company Tata Teleservices in 1996 and took IT company Tata Consultancy Services public in 2004. One of Tata's boldest moves was acquiring global companies like Tetley, Chorus and Jaguar Land Rover, putting Indian businesses on the global map. In 1996, Ratan Tata made a bold move into the telecom sector with Tata Teleservices, expanding the group's horizons. Under Ratan Tata's leadership, Tata Motors launched the Tata Indica in 1998, marking a significant milestone as India's first indigenous designed passenger car. In 2009, Ratan Tata fulfilled his promise to make the world's cheapest car accessible to the middle class. The Tata Nano, priced at ₹1 lakh, became a symbol of innovation and affordability. Mr. Tata was twice the chairperson of the Tata Group conglomerate from 1991 to 2012 and from 2016 to 2017. Although he stepped back from the company's day-to-day running, he continued to head its charitable trusts. Cyrus Mistry, who succeeded Ratan Tata as chairman of the Tata Sons but was later ousted in India's most high-profile boardroom coup, died in a car crash in the year 2022. The bitter feud between the two remained unsolved. After stepping down, Ratan Tata became chairman emeritus of Tata Sons, Tata Industries, Tata Motors, Tata Steel and Tata Chemicals. Long after retirement, Mr. Tata remained a popular figure on social media with heartfelt posts about animal rights, particularly about dogs, and appeals to the Indian public. Carrying on a tradition dating back to the time of Jamshedji Tata, Ratan Tata ensured that Bombay House, the Tata Group's headquarters, remained a haven for stray dogs. With over 13 million followers on X and nearly 10 million on Instagram, he was the most followed entrepreneur in India, according to the 361 Wealth Hurun India Rich List 2023. In 2008, he received the Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian honor. He had received the Padma Bhushan, the third highest honor, in 2000. And Ratan Tata's love for Assam and his efforts at boosting Assam's infrastructural development has been truly significant. Tata has been an integral part of several developmental projects and joint initiatives. Historically, Assam's economic activities have been largely limited to public sector contracts and direct employment. Post-liberalization, India's private sector industrial activities have been predominantly concentrated in regions such as Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, the National Capital Region encompassing Delhi, and adjoining parts of Punjab and Haryana. In a significant development on 29th of February this year, Assam claimed its entry into the expanding list of investment destinations. The central government approved a production-linked incentive for Tata Semiconductor Assembly and Test Private Limited to establish a rupees 27,000 crore semiconductor assembly and testing unit near Guwahati, which is the largest private investment ever in the state. According to official reports, TSAT is set to develop indigenous advanced semiconductor packaging technologies, including flip chip and integrated system in package. This facility will produce 48 million chips daily for various sectors, including automotive, electric vehicles, consumer electronics and telecom. And this investment in Assam is particularly noteworthy given the broader trend of high-profile technology sector investments favouring regions in the south and in the west, while states like Orissa are still awaiting the breakthrough beyond metals, ports, energy, etc. Assam's inclusion as a semiconductor manufacturing hub represents a departure from the conventional investment pattern, potentially redefining the industrial framework of Northeast India. Tata Group's relationship with Assam is quite old. A recent example of that was the establishment of the Assam Cancer Care Foundation in 2018. In 2022, the state government also signed a memorandum of agreement with Tata Technologies for 10 years to upgrade government industrial training institutes across Assam into futuristic centers of excellence. Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma used this connection to persuade the Tata Group to set up a semiconductor plant in Assam. Sharma emerged as a key negotiator between the union government and private sector players to secure the unit for the state. The Tata Group's assembly testing, marking and packaging plant in Jagi Road is more than a stand-alone project. It could serve as a catalyst for developing a comprehensive industrial ecosystem in the region. The ATMP facility will require a range of downstream and upstream industries to support its operations, thereby triggering positive second and third order effects. Local enterprises can now explore avenues to supply the necessary raw materials, components and services required for the smooth functioning of the ATMP plant.
Lights!
The all-new Jupiter is more than more. Style more, more. Space more. Storage too is even more. Call alerts, navigation and some more. Mileage is much more. The all-new Jupiter is more than more.
Introducing the all-new TVS Jupiter. India का नया
ज़्यादा,
एक हुआ अधिकम बेशी
शास्त्र,
अधिका
वधु, बेसी.
वात पित्त कफ को जो करता है नित्य खंड खंड, अशुद्धता का भाव भी इसको न छू सके कभी. ये जीवनीय शक्ति है, इसमें न अतिशयोक्ति है. आयुर्वेद का ये सार है, आरोग्य का प्रकाश है. ये दिव्य है, अमूल्य है, पतंजलि च्यवनप्राश है.
Hey, what's up with Arjun?
Some new surprise. Look, he's here.
With a new Yamaha FCS.
Bro, the scene is festive. The scene is festive with Yamaha. Enjoy exciting cashback up to ₹7,000.
পতঞ্জলি কচ্চি ঘানি বিশুদ্ধ সৰিয়হৰ তেলত বিশুদ্ধতাৰ তীব্ৰতা এনেকুৱা যি লৈ আহে চকুলৈ পানী, আৰু যেতিয়া পৰিবেশন কৰা হয় তেতিয়া সকলোৰে মুখলৈ আহে পানী. সোৱাদ আৰু বিশুদ্ধতাৰ সংযোগ পতঞ্জলি কচ্চি ঘানি সৰিয়হৰ তেল.
News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
मोर मनरे कल्पना जे तुका हुआना, मोर प्रेमरे
সপনাত তুলসী হোৱানা দুৰু দুৰু কপে মান কি যে মাবি লগন জানো জানো মই জানো তোমাৰ হিয়া মই চিনো হিয়াৰ কথা ময়ো শুনো চকুত মায়া ময়ো খানো জানো জানো ময়ো জানো
অসম চৰকাৰৰ স্বাস্থ্য বিভাগ মেডিকেল এড-
10 years ago, our editor-in-chief Asbir Hussain spoke to the legend Ratan Tata himself during his visit to Assam in 2014. This is one of the very rare interviews that Ratan Tata gave to journalists from Assam and Northeast. Let's listen in.
What does a state like Assam, for example, come in the scheme of things of India's biggest business conglomerate, the Tata Group?
For a long time, I've felt northeast part of India has been ignored by industry, ignored by many of us, and of course Assam, we in Tatas had problems with our tea estates in the past.
What has been your most exciting moment? Was it the launch, foray into the car manufacturing, or was it the launch of the Nano in 2008?
Both. I think launching the first Indian car, the Indica, was a great challenge, a great satisfaction, because everybody at that time said that you couldn't design your own car, that you had to have a license agreement, had to have a collaboration. Launching the Nano was even a greater thrill, because more people threw stones at you, more
Right.
people said things couldn't be done.
Hello and welcome to Talk Time. My guest today is a living legend in the world of Indian business that is fast crossing the country's borders thanks to his drive. He is none other than Mr. Ratan Tata, chairman of the Tata Group. Mr. Ratan Tata, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It is very rarely, Mr. Tata, that a leader like you visits a far-flung region like the northeast of India. Now, what does a state like Assam, for example, come in the scheme of things of India's biggest business conglomerate, the Tata Group?
Well, for a long time, I've felt that the northeast part of India has been ignored by industry, ignored by many of us, and of course, Assam, we in Tatas had problems with our tea estates in the past.
Right.
And all through that period, there was a sense of warm feelings for Assam and the people of Assam, although there were some misunderstandings and some allegations against us, which have proved to be incorrect.
Yes.
I was also driven by Mr. Krishna Kumar's own passion for this part of the country. And we have always wanted to participate in the development of this part of India, which has by and large been ignored, wrongly so.
By the industry. Now that you are setting up a 5-star hotel in Guwahati, you are setting up a campus of the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, what is the message really?
The message, and if you look at the northeast part of India, we tried to set up a small car plant in West Bengal. We are building a cancer hospital in West Bengal for the northeast India. So the message really is that for northeast India, we feel that someone has to make the move in industry to participate in the development of this part of the country. Beautiful as it is, as nice as the people are, as great a potential as there is to do something, not just a venal thing of making money as industry and industrialists have come to be known, but the satisfaction of making a difference.
Right. Now, what is your vision of India, Mr. Tata? Because in the region like Assam, or for that matter, Northeast, there is a general perception, general feeling of the people that, okay, we belong to a periphery about which the core doesn't bother much. And that applies to the Indian industry, as you yourself said.
Yeah, I agree with that view. I think that view is valid, and I think it's for people like us to bother and to realize that this is a part of our country which has a great deal to offer. You've got more graduates here per capita than any other part of India.
Absolutely.
You have skills, you have capabilities, and for one reason or another, other parts of the country have progressed, and this has been ignored.
And this realization has come as far as the central government in India is concerned, because it has come up with what is called the Look East policy. Now, do you think the Look East is some kind of a dream, or do you think that can be converted into a workable business proposition as such?
Even if we didn't consider this part of business, it's part of our country. So even if one doesn't make a rupee of profits, it doesn't matter. If we can help tourism increase its activities, if we can create skills and see development. And mind you, I've just been to the hospital here for children. I've been so moved by what I saw. You don't have that in Bombay. There isn't that kind of caring. There isn't that kind of human touch. And we've become very insensitive in our large cities.
Absolutely.
So it's not just making money.
What you are doing is already remarkable, because Operation Smile has brought cheer to so many people in the state, in the region as such.
Yeah, and quite frankly, even though we're supporting it, seeing it made a big difference. So I think more of us should be here and see what you're doing, see what the Chief Minister has done.
When you go back today, you will go back convinced that whatever you have contributed is for a really good cause.
Not only what we've contributed is for a good cause, but that we need to make a commitment to do much more.
Right. And when we talk about trade, when we talk about business, Mr. Tata, we always end up comparing things with China. And we are a democracy, it has, as you know, strengths and weaknesses. But do we really need, or are we ever going to reach up to where China is, or do we need to really?
If we are to compare ourselves to China, infrastructure in this country has to multiply itself many times over. We're woefully behind on infrastructure. If you don't have infrastructure, you won't have development. You won't bring industry, you won't bring tourism, you won't bring visitors. So infrastructure in China is way ahead of India. And here you're more aware of doing something with infrastructure. And you can see here also it's lagging behind the rate of development that you have.
Absolutely.
So if we're to compare ourselves to China, then infrastructure has to be a priority.
So I asked you this question because of the location. We are in Northeast, I'm talking to you in Guwahati. Just across the border in Arunachal Pradesh, there are apparently 4 to 6 lane highways, whereas we are infrastructurally pretty poor.
Well, I've only spent a few hours in Guwahati. It would be wrong for me to pass judgment on the state. But yes, you get the feeling that roadways and connectivity are behind where you are today in terms of development. You've got traffic jams, you've got dusty roads and so on. So yes,
so investment like this, people like you coming, sending out the right message, things can change.
Perhaps, but highways and connectivity of that nature, infrastructure is usually a government
prerogative.
Not only a prerogative, it's usually within the realm of government expenditure.
Right. On that note, we shall go for a short break now, but stay on. When I come back, I shall continue my conversation with Mr. Ratan Tata, Chairman of the Tata Group.
শারদীয় দুর্গোৎসৱ উপলক্ষে এইবাৰ প্ৰাইডিছ এণ্টাৰটেইনমেণ্টছ প্ৰাইভেট লিমিটেডৰ বিশাল আয়োজন। ষষ্ঠীৰ পৰা দশমীলৈ গোসানী নামৰ প্ৰতিযোগিতা, ঢাক ঢোল বাদনৰ বিশেষ প্ৰতিযোগিতা, দশভুজা বিসৰ্জনৰ অভিনৱ প্ৰতিযোগিতা, পাণ্ডুঘাটৰ পৰা বিসৰ্জনৰ পোনপটীয়া সম্প্ৰচাৰ, লগতে জনপ্ৰিয় শিল্পীৰ বিশেষ বিশেষ সংগীতানুষ্ঠান ষষ্ঠীৰ পৰা দশমীলৈ প্ৰতিটো দিনতেই উপভোগ কৰক আপোনাৰ প্ৰিয় চেনেল ৰং আৰু ৰামধেনু
Lights!
The all-new Jupiter is more than more. Style more. More. Space more. More. Storage too is even more. Call alerts, navigation and some more. Mileage is much more. The all-new Jupiter is more than more.
Introducing the all-new TVS Jupiter. India ka naya.
Zyada,
Ekua, Adhikam, Beshi.
Shasta,
Adhika,
Vadu, Besi.
प्रथम पिंपल
তেন্তে কি কৈছে তোমাৰ ইনফ্লুয়েন্সাৰ
বহুত কিবা কিবি কিন্তু মোৰ অৰিজিনেল ইনফ্লুয়েন্সাৰ তুমি হে
এই
না
কাৰণে এইটো মোৰ OG এডভাইস
ইয়াত আছে 100% ন্যাচুৰেলি ডিৰাইভড নিম পিম্পলছ আঁতৰাই স্কিন কৰি তোলে হেলদি হিমালয়া পিউৰিফাইং নিম ফেচ ৱাশ পিম্পলৰ অৰিজিনেল সলিউশন
বিশ্বাস কৰাৰ আগতে পৰীক্ষাটো কৰি লওঁ মেডাম
পতঞ্জলি হানিক পৰীক্ষা কৰা হৈছে বিশ্বৰ প্ৰসিদ্ধ লেবত আৰু পতঞ্জলি হানিয়ে পাছ কৰিছে বিশুদ্ধতাৰ 100ৰো অধিক ইন্টাৰনেশ্যনেল পেৰামিটাৰ্ছ হেতু হৈছে মোৰ বিশুদ্ধতাৰ নায়ক
পতঞ্জলি হানি 100ৰ ভিতৰত 100
জীৱনৰ গতিময়তাক উজ্জ্বল আৰু প্ৰাণময় কৰি ৰাখিবলৈ ভিন্ন প্ৰকাৰে উদযাপন কৰোঁ সৰু ডাঙৰ সুখৰ মুহূৰ্তবোৰৰ স্মৃতি সজীৱ কৰিবলৈ আমাক মাথো এটা অজুহাত লাগে তেতিয়াই আমি পাৰ্টি কৰোঁ বন্ধুবৰ্গৰ মাজত ৰসাল আড্ডাৰ আমেজ লওঁ এই পাৰ্টি বা উদযাপন সন্দৰ্ভত বিভিন্ন লেখা সামৰি সজাই তোলা হৈছে আইনা জীৱনৰ অক্টোবৰ মাহৰ সংখ্যাটি ইয়াৰ উপৰিও পাঠকে পঢ়িবলৈ পাব আইনাত স্বাস্থ্য সৌন্দৰ্য ফেশ্বন কেৰিয়াৰ খেল জীৱনৰ ভ্ৰমণ কাহিনী পৰ্যটন খাদ্য সম্ভাৰ ছবি জগত গল্প উপন্যাস আদি নিয়মীয়া শিতানসমূহ জানিবলৈ সংগ্ৰহ কৰক আইনা জীৱনৰ অক্টোবৰ মাহৰ সংখ্যাটি আইনা জীৱনৰ অতি শীঘ্ৰেই সংগ্ৰহ কৰক আপোনাৰ প্ৰিয় আলোচনীখন সকলো পাঠকলৈ শাৰদীয় অলেখ অযুত শুভকামনা
News to keep you ahead.
Welcome back. I am in conversation with Mr. Ratan Tata, chairman of the Tata Group. A slightly different thing, Mr. Tata. How would you like to best or us to best describe you as a humanist, as a world leader, or as just an Indian who want India to be successful at every stage?
I think I would like to describe myself first and foremost as an Indian. It hurts me that we are carving our country up into castes, into parochial groups, into communities. And I think the same thing, why we're looking at Assam almost as though it's another country. It's a part of us. We need to be as much at home, and Assam should feel as much at home and not a periphery, as you put it, of India.
Mm-hmm.
So I would describe myself mainly as an Indian, passionate Indian, very proud of India.
Right. Now, your philosophy is reflected in your exhortation to your companies to lead and not follow. Now, when we apply this to a billion-plus country like India, to lead and not follow, do you think it is really possible?
I don't apply this to the country,
right?
Because that would be too pompous of me. I apply to our group because, and it has worked. We always tended to follow because it was the safest thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that if we told ourselves that we should lead, that we might change our mindset. I never in my wildest dreams thought that the whole group would just rally to that and take that on, which they did. So I suppose there'd be a chance that the country could do the same.
Absolutely. And what does power and influence mean to you? Because you are voted as one of the 100 most powerful people in the world.
It means nothing, and I'm not one of the most powerful or influential persons in this world. In fact, I'm very much a recluse.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true. But when people vote you, when the mass people vote you, you are humble as always. You are recluse, as you said. But when the people vote you, what do you feel?
I don't think much about these polls per se. I don't attach too much importance to them, and I feel an embarrassment to be voted that way.
You have always been unconventional, like for example, your acquisition of Chorus and Jaguar in 2007, 2008, at the peak of the global recession. It was, somebody described it as a king's gambit. Looking back, what do you?
There's a correction. They were not at the peak of the recession.
Okay.
The timing was wrong, but both of them was before the recession, and it's quite conceivable that had the recession been on, we would not have acquired them because credit was not available, etc. So we got hit after we acquired them, and that was unfortunate. Fortunately, we're over that hump now.
And 1962 to now, when you were with the Tata Group, now the person at the helm of affairs, you are a trained architect. Now, what has been your most exciting moment? Was it the foray into the car manufacturing, or was it the launch of the Nano in 2008?
Both. I think launching the first Indian car, the Indica, was a great challenge and a great satisfaction, because everybody at that time said that you couldn't design your own car, that you had to have a license agreement, had to have a collaboration. Launching the Nano was even a greater thrill, because more people threw stones at you, more people said things couldn't be done, more people blamed you for a myth, and so on.
And the challenging circumstances.
And so that was very, very moving for me when we did it.
And now you are on the verge, or you have already taken Nano to the world stage, outside India's borders.
Trying to.
Now, apart from time, if you were to buy something today at a premium, what would it be?
Oh, I don't know. Each one of the acquisitions has had a strategic fit. So it would need to be that. It would need to be a company that had the same value and ethical system as we did. And those would be the main criteria. It was really strategic, and it really fit, and the chemistry was really terrific. Then you would not mind paying a premium.
Okay. Now, time is at a premium. You don't have time. Now, something which is most passionate to you, flying is one, of course.
Yes.
So what could it be, for you? Suppose you have the time today.
Yes.
To do something.
I'm flying. I'm flying back to Bombay.
You're flying yourself?
Yes.
Today?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
I flew here this morning.
You flew your own jet. Okay, that's interesting. Now, before I end, we are not expecting you to retire from active service anytime soon, but suppose you retire at some point and you have enough time at your hands, or at least more time than what you have today. What would you possibly be doing?
Oh,
designing things?
Yeah, I've made that statement that I'd like to form a small design group that could have fun and not have to...
No commercial interests?
Well, if commercial excellence came along, that would be great. But otherwise, just the fun of designing and...
what kind of something that must be working in your mind that you would like to design this?
Industrial products, consumer products. I'd love to design cars, but 6 or 8 people couldn't do that. You need a much bigger organization.
On that note, we shall go for another short break, but stay on. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I am still in conversation with Mr. Ratan Tata, chairman of the Tata Group. How much of your own inputs have come into the Nano, that small car, really?
See, I didn't sit on a drawing board and draw it, but I was certainly very much involved in the design of the car. More critiquing the design and the work that went on.
Critiquing the design that went on. But your inputs were finally reflected in the car as it came.
Yeah.
And you were among the first to drive it, actually.
Oh, I drove it all along as a mule, which is just a frame with sitting out in the open, and as it developed.
Absolutely.
And more or less, many of the details of the car, and I still review all our products in a fair amount of detail. I drive every one of them, which is why in a Nano, a 6-foot person can fit comfortably.
Absolutely.
Because that's my test.
That's your test. It has to pass your test before it is out on the streets. Lastly, Mr. Tata, you have given so much to this country. What would you possibly expect in return?
Nothing. Just I think the country's been very good to me. I couldn't desire more.
And
I would only like not to be misunderstood, because from time to time I've taken positions which I think are right, and they have not been popular.
And what about the women's reservation bill that is rocking the country today as we are talking? people are opposed to the Women's Reservation Bill 33%.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it to really pass a comment. I think women have been to a great extent ignored in this country, and they deserve to be recognized. How much of the bill is going to be something that one should accept, but prima facie it seems like women should have adequate representation. Whether the percentage is right, wrong, too much, too little, I don't know, and I wouldn't want to comment on it.
How do you want people to talk about you, as a great business tycoon or as a nice person?
Neither. I think I would like to be remembered as somebody who tried to make a difference.
Somebody trying to make a difference.
I'm committed to enhancing the quality of life of people, and if I have done so or contributed to that, then I would like to be remembered that way.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Mr.
thank you.
Tata.
Thank you very, very much.
It was a pleasure
Okay.
talking to you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thanks for your time.
My pleasure. Your time.
Okay, thanks.
And our editor-in-chief Asbir Hussain spoke to Mr. Ranjit Borthakur, business leader and close associate of Ratan Tata. Let's listen in.
I am now joined by Mr. Ranjit Borthakur, top business leader who was a close associate of Mr. Ratan Tata, having had long associations with him. Mr. Ranjit Borthakur, as the nation mourns the demise of Mr. Ratan Tata, what thoughts cross your mind? What would you like to say?
I think the world sort of condoles the death of Mr. Tata. Mr. Tata integrated, in his term, integrated the world with India and helped India to integrate with the world. His investments in UK with Tetley, with Tata Steel and with JLR Land Rover actually really made a big difference to the Tata Group and to India.
Now, he was quite passionate about the issues, about the things that he loved, and that totally set him apart. He was not a competitive business leader. He was not a competitive industrialist. He was a humane person. What would you remember of him as far as these aspects are concerned?
Mr. Tata's competitiveness was social competitiveness. What he really did was he insisted that every business had a big social dimension upfront to it. For example, he helped the ITIs in Assam to get, meaning electronic driving first before anybody thought. He helped Assam to think about diversification in tea, from pepper to various other things. He helped Assam to actually think different, and his last contributing and lasting gift is the semiconductor industry in Jati Road. He actually helped with the cancer, and he helped the cancer network, and this. He actually believed in giving back to society what he takes from it.
Yes, Mr. Ranjit Borthakur, Mr. Ratan Tata had a very close association with Assam. You played an active part in it. He had contributed a lot for the development and growth of Assam.
He loved Assam, and he knew it was an important part, integral part of India. So everything that he did for Assam was with the idea of integration, national integration, and to see that profit was distributed to the people of Assam, from the people of Assam.
Mr. Ranjit Borthakur, thank you very much for speaking to Northeast Live on a day that which is actually a personal loss for you. Thank you so much.
Lights!
The all-new Jupiter is more than more. Style more. More. Space more. More. Storage too is navigation and some more. Mileage is much, much more. The all-new Jupiter is more than more.
Introducing the all-new TVS Jupiter, India ka naya
Zyada,
Ekua, Adhikam, Beshi,
Shasta,
Adhika,
Vadu, Besi.
প্ৰতিগৰাকী মাকৰ এটাই প্ৰিয় বস্তু খাদ্য কৰি তোলে পূৰ্ণৰূপে সুস্বাদু সোৱাদেৰে পূৰ্ণ কিন্তু স্বাস্থ্যকৰ পেট ভৰাই খোৱা খাদ্য মাৰ আশীৰ্বাদৰ প্ৰতিগৰাকী মাকৰে ভৰসা মাতৃ স্নেহেৰে ভৰা পতঞ্জলি বিশুদ্ধ গৰু গাখীৰৰ ঘিউ
নিষ্টেলৰ হৈতে নে খেলা খেল
নহলে হ'ব স্বাস্থ্য ফেল
স্বাস্থ্যৰ সৈতে হেতালি নেখেলিব পতঞ্জলি ফিজিকেলি ৰিফাইন্ড ৰাইচ ব্ৰান তথা সয়াবিন তেল আনক আৰু সুস্বাস্থ্য পাওক
আইনা জীবন দর্পণ অন্তৰৰ বিশ্লেষণ আইনা দৃষ্টি সন্তৰ্পণ আইনা অন্তহীন
প্ৰকাশ পালে অক্টোবৰ মাহৰ আইনা জীৱনৰ অতি শীঘ্ৰেই আপোনাৰ কপিটো সংগ্ৰহ কৰক অসম চৰকাৰৰ স্বাস্থ্য বিভাগ মেডিকেল এডুকেশ্যন ৰিচাৰ্চ ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট আৰু শ্ৰীমন্ত শংকৰদেৱা ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিৰ অন্তৰ্ভুক্ত নীলাচল কলেজ অফ এলাইড হেল্থ ছায়েন্সেছে আগবঢ়াইছে তিনিটাকৈ সুকীয়া পাঠ্যক্ৰম বেচেলৰ ইন মেডিকেল লেবৰেটৰী টেকনলজি বেচেলৰ অফ ফিজিঅথেৰাপি আৰু ডিপ্ল'মা ইন মেডিকেল লেবৰেটৰী টেকনলজি অত্যাধুনিক লেবৰেটৰীৰ সুবিধা আৰু অভিজ্ঞ ফেকাল্টিৰে শিক্ষাদান কৰা নীলাচল এডুকেশ্যন ফাউণ্ডেশ্যন ট্ৰাষ্টৰ অধীনত নীলাচল কলেজ অফ এলাইড হেল্থ ছায়েন্সেছ পাঠ্যক্ৰমসমূহৰ নামভৰ্তি চলি আছে যোগাযোগৰ ঠিকনা নীলাচল কলেজ অফ এলাইড হেল্থ ছায়েন্সেছ গোটানগৰ জালুকবাৰী অপজিট ইণ্ডিয়ান অইল পেট্ৰল পাম্প নেশ্যনেল হাইৱে 37 গুৱাহাটী
News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
অসম চৰকাৰৰ স্বাস্থ্য বিভাগ
आप देख रहे हैं नॉर्थ ईस्ट लाइव और इस वक्त दिग्गज बिजनेसमैन और उद्योग जगत के टाइटन रतन टाटा की आवाज़ बुधवार रात हमेशा के लिए शांत हो चुकी है उनके निधन ने पूरी दुनिया को गहरा दुख दिया है पीएम मोदी समेत देश दुनिया के लोगों ने गहरी संवेदना व्यक्त की है रतन टाटा का पार्थिव शरीर एनसीपीए ग्राउंड में रखा गया है जहां 3:30 बजे तक जनता उनके अंतिम दर्शन कर सकेगी इसके बाद उनके पार्थिव शरीर को वर्ली शमशान घाट ले जाया जाएगा जहां पूरे राजकीय सम्मान के साथ उनका अंतिम संस्कार किया जाएगा यहाँ सीधी तस्वीरें आपको दिखा रहे हैं एक तस्वीर में जहां उनके आवास से आज एनसीपीए की तरफ उनके पार्थिव शरीर को ले जाया जा रहा था वहीं दूसरी तस्वीर है एनसीपीए ग्राउंड में जहां उनके पार्थिव शरीर को अंतिम दर्शन के लिए रखा गया है लोगों का हुजूम उमड़ रहा है यहाँ उन्हें भावभीनी श्रद्धांजलि दी जा रही है राज्यसभा सांसद सुधा मूर्ति ने दिग्गज उद्योगपति रतन टाटा के निधन पर कहा है कि उनकी मृत्यु के बारे में सुनकर वे बहुत दुखी हैं। वे सच्चे अर्थों में करुणामयी, लोगों के प्रति विचारशील थे। ऐसे लोगों का मिलना बहुत मुश्किल है। जीवन के इतने वर्षों में उन्होंने ऐसा सिर्फ एक ही व्यक्ति देखा है।
Very simple man of integrity. But in my life, I met him. This man of integrity, simplicity, care for others, compassionate, always care for others. I used to meet him even in Indian Institute of Science, popularly known as the Tata Institute. Irrespective of time, place, he always enthusiastic about new things and a very warm. I really miss him.
छियासी साल की उम्र में रतन टाटा सभी को गमगीन कर चले गए हैं। वे पिछले कई दिनों से मुंबई के ब्रीच कैंडी अस्पताल में एडमिट थे। इलाज के दौरान उनकी हालत खराब होने के बाद उन्हें आईसीयू में रखा गया था। उद्योगपति रतन टाटा की सोमवार को तबीयत खराब होने की खबर सामने आई थी। हालांकि उन्होंने खुद एक्स पर एक पोस्ट कर अफवाह न फैलाने की अपील की थी। उन्होंने कहा था कि वह रूटीन चेकअप के लिए आए हैं, लेकिन बुधवार देर शाम उनकी तबीयत बिगड़ गई और उन्हें आईसीयू में भर्ती कराया गया। इसके बाद देर रात सबसे पहले कारोबारी हर्ष गोयंका ने सोशल मीडिया पर उनके निधन की जानकारी दी। इसके बाद टाटा ग्रुप ने भी उनके निधन की पुष्टि की। इससे पहले रतन टाटा का ब्लड प्रेशर कम होने के बाद सोमवार तड़के मुंबई के ब्रीच कैंडी अस्पताल में उन्हें भर्ती कराया गया था। हालांकि उन्होंने इन रिपोर्टों का खंडन भी किया था जिसमें दावा किया जा रहा था कि उनकी हालत गंभीर है और कहा था कि उम्र और मेडिकल रिलेटेड कंडीशन के कारण उनका रूटीन चेकअप हो रहा है। उन्होंने अपने शुभचिंतकों को आश्वस्त किया था कि चिंता करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है।
टेलीकॉम का कोई काम नहीं था। उन्होंने सीधा उनके जो सचिव थे और उनके सहयोगी थे वेंकट, उनको आदेश दिया 450 करोड़ रुपए एक पलक में उन्होंने रेलवेज को दे दिए। मुझे याद है जब अंत में वो प्रोजेक्ट खत्म हो रहा था तब थोड़े और पैसे की जरूरत थी। हमें शर्म भी आ रही थी कि क्या छोटे सी चीज के लिए टाटा जी को हम अप्रोच करें, पर उनके वेंकट ने कहा कि रतन टाटा जी ने कहा ये जिम्मेदारी है, टाटा ग्रुप पूरी रेलवे में वाईफाई को फंड करेगा और जो भी कमी पड़ेगी वो भी देने के लिए तुरंत तैयार हो गए। तो एक उनके मन में हर वक्त कैसे भारत आगे जाए, कैसे भारत के युवा शक्ति को मौके मिले। मुझे जो जानकारी है उन्होंने शायद 30 से अधिक स्टार्टअप्स को अपनी पर्सनल कैपेसिटी में, अपने व्यक्ति खुद के पैसे से स्टार्टअप को मदद दी कि वो आगे बढ़ सके। कई बार कोई आइडिया उन्हें अच्छा लगता था तो वो सीधा उसको सपोर्ट करते थे और मात्र फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट नहीं, वो मेंटरिंग भी करते थे कि कैसे ग्रुप को सपोर्ट किया जाए, कैसे युवा युवती को मदद की जाए कि वो आगे चल के अपने अनुसंधान से, अपने नए आइडिया से काम बढ़ा सके। टाटा ग्रुप एक ऐसा ग्रुप रहा है जिसका हर क्षेत्र में देशभक्ति झलकती है और रतन टाटा जी ने जो लगभग 60 वर्ष सेवा की है उद्योग जगत की, 1961 में एक शॉप फ्लोर के अप्रेंटिस के रूप में टाटा ग्रुप में उन्होंने सेवा करना शुरू किया था। छोटे से पोजीशन से, अपनी मेहनत से, अपने कृतित्व से, अपनी काबिलियत से वो टाटा ग्रुप के चेयरमैन बने और 1990 से लेकर 2012 तक, जब तक वो टाटा ग्रुप के चेयरमैन रहे, फिर शायद 16 से 17 के बीच भी 6-8 महीने के लिए उन्होंने कमान संभाली। लेकिन जीवन भर उन्होंने, मैं समझता हूँ, टाटा ग्रुप को ही नहीं बढ़ाया, देश सेवा करी और देश का एक अनमोल रत्न के रूप में टाटा ग्रुप को खड़ा किया। ये रतन भी था देश का और शान भी थी देश की।
ये क्वेश्चन इंग्लिश में
Ratan Tata is passage away at the age of 86. How do you remember?
I think Mr. Ratan Tata will always be remembered as a true son of the soil who took the India story to the world and brought the world's story to India.
और रतन टाटा के निधन पर राजनीतिक जगत से कई लोगों ने दुख जताया है। इनमें राष्ट्रपति पीएम मोदी, राजनाथ सिंह, राहुल गांधी सहित कई दिग्गज शामिल हैं। आज राष्ट्रपति द्रौपदी मुर्मू ने उनके निधन पर दुख जताया। उन्होंने सोशल मीडिया पर एक पोस्ट किया और लिखा कि भारत ने एक ऐसे आइकन को खो दिया है जिन्होंने कॉरपोरेट विकास को राष्ट्र निर्माण और उत्कृष्टता को नैतिकता के साथ जोड़ा। पद्म विभूषण और पद्म भूषण से सम्मानित टाटा की महान विरासत को आगे बढ़ाया और इसे और अधिक प्रभावशाली वैश्विक उपस्थिति दी। राष्ट्रपति ने उनके परिवार, टाटा समूह की पूरी टीम और दुनिया भर में उनके प्रशंसकों के प्रति अपनी संवेदना व्यक्त की है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने भी सोशल मीडिया पर एक पोस्ट के जरिए उन्हें एक दूरदर्शी कारोबारी नेता बताया, एक दयालु आत्मा और असाधारण इंसान बताया। पीएम मोदी ने लिखा कि उन्होंने अपनी विनम्रता, दयालुता और समाज को बेहतर बनाने के लिए अटूट प्रतिबद्धता के कारण कई लोगों के बीच अपनी जगह बनाई। और इसी तरह केंद्रीय गृह मंत्री अमित शाह ने भी ट्वीट किया कि दिग्गज उद्योगपति और धार्मिक नेता रतन टाटा के निधन से वे बहुत दुखी हैं। उन्होंने अपने जीवन से निस्वार्थ भाव से राष्ट्र के विकास के लिए समर्पित किया। शाह ने लिखा कि जब भी वे उनसे मिले, भारत और उनके लोगों की भलाई के लिए उनके उत्साह और रेखा चित्र ने उन्हें चकित किया। उनके लाखों सपनों का जन्म देश से दूर नहीं हुआ। रतन टाटा के निधन पर महाराष्ट्र के मुख्यमंत्री एकनाथ शिंदे ने कहा कि एक अनमोल रत्न नहीं रहे, भारत के कोहिनूर नहीं रहे, वो हमसे बिछड़ गए हैं।
अनमोल रत्न कहते हैं, वो रहा नहीं। ये भारत का कोहिनूर हड़पला, भारत का कोहिनूर रहा नहीं, हमसे बिछड़ गया है, ऐसा मैं कहूंगा। और रतन टाटा जी हमारे में नहीं रहे, ये बहुत ही वेदनादायी दुखद घटना है हमारे लिए, पूरे देश के लिए। पूरे देश का एक अभिमान था, हमारे महाराष्ट्र का भी अभिमान था। एक इतने बड़े ओहदे पर पहुंचने के बाद इतना सीधा साधा रहना, जमीन से जुड़ा रहना, ये बहुत कठिन काम वो करते थे। उनका आदर्श लेकर आगे बढ़ना, उनके आदर्शों पे चलना, यही उनके लिए सच्ची श्रद्धांजलि साबित हो सकती है।
और उद्योगपति रतन टाटा के निधन पर महाराष्ट्र के उप मुख्यमंत्री देवेंद्र फडणवीस ने भी उन्हें सफल उद्योगपति के साथ एक बेहद ही बड़े व्यक्तित्व का धनी बताया। उन्होंने देश और समाज के लिए काम किया। उन्होंने कहा कि केवल सफल उद्योग ही नहीं बल्कि एक ऐसा ब्रांड खड़ा किया जिसने देश को एक वैश्विक पहचान दी। उनका निधन देश के लिए बहुत बड़ा नुकसान है।
हमारे रतन टाटा जी ये एक बहुत ही सफल उद्योगपति तो थे ही, लेकिन उससे भी बड़े व्यक्ति के रूप में हम उनको देखते हैं, क्योंकि जिस प्रकार से उन्होंने देश के लिए और समाज के लिए काम किया है, उन्होंने केवल सफल उद्योग नहीं खड़े किए, एक विश्वासार्हता खड़ी की, एक ऐसा ब्रांड खड़ा किया जिसने हमारे देश को एक ग्लोबल इमेज दी और उसके साथ साथ अपनी संपत्ति को टाटा ट्रस्ट में विलीन करते हुए उन्होंने इस विश्वस्त व्यवस्था से, ट्रस्ट से जिस प्रकार के फिलैंथ्रोपिक काम उन्होंने किए हैं, चाहे वो शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में हो, चिकित्सा के क्षेत्र में हो, रिसर्च के क्षेत्र में हो, बुनियादी क्षेत्र में हो, समाज और देश के उपयोगी जो कार्य उन्होंने टाटा ट्रस्ट के माध्यम से किए हैं, मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि जितने महत्वपूर्ण उनके उद्योग है उतने महत्वपूर्ण ये कार्य भी है। इसीलिए एक बहुत बड़े मन का व्यक्ति आज हमारे बीच से चला गया है। देश के लिए ये बहुत बड़ा नुकसान है।
रतन टाटा के निधन पर दिल्ली के मंत्री और आप नेता सौरभ भारद्वाज ने कहा कि ऐसे लोग कम होते हैं जिनका कोई व्यापारिक साम्राज्य हो और जिनके बारे में लोग कहते हों कि वे मूल्यों वाले व्यक्ति थे। रतन टाटा ऐसा नाम है कि लोग उनका सम्मान करते हैं। उनका निधन सभी के लिए दुखद है।
जहां भी अलग अलग देशों के अंदर इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट का नाम लिया जाता है, जिन्होंने बड़ा व्यापारी या व्यापार का साम्राज्य बनाया हो, ऐसे बहुत कम लोग हैं जिनके बारे में लोग कहते हैं कि भाई ये लोग असूलों वाले लोग थे और लोग उनकी इज्जत करते हैं। पैसा कमाना बहुत आसान है, बहुत सारे लोगों ने कमाया है, बड़े बड़े साम्राज्य बनाए हैं, मगर उनका नाम लोग इज्जत से नहीं लेते हैं। उनके पैसे पे और उनके साम्राज्य पे मन में सवाल रहते हैं। रतन टाटा एक ऐसा नाम थे जिनके व्यापारिक साम्राज्य के ऊपर, उनके इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट होने पे लोगों को के मन में उनके लिए इज्जत हुआ करती थी। और ऐसे आदमी का गुजर जाना जो है सब लोगों के लिए बहुत दुखी।
महाराष्ट्र कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष नाना पटोले ने दिग्गज उद्योगपति रतन टाटा के निधन पर कहा कि उन्होंने नाम की तरह ही अपने देश के लिए वे अनमोल रत्न थे। उन्होंने हमेशा देश हित के लिए उद्योग शुरू किए। देश के औद्योगिक विकास में उनका बहुत बड़ा योगदान रहा।
समर्पित उद्योगपति, ये सबसे बड़ा उनको गौरव प्राप्त है, जो देश के हित के लिए अपने फायदे से कम अपने देश के और देश की जनता के फायदे के लिए काम करने वाले ऐसे उद्योगपति थे। ऐसे उद्योगपति आज अपने को देखने नहीं मिलते। उनका अनुकरण सब उद्योगपति ने करना चाहिए, यही उनके लिए सही श्रद्धांजलि होगी। और इसलिए समर्पित उद्योगपति और जो देश के प्रति काम करने वाले, उनकी जगह कोई ना कोई ले, यही हमारी भूमिका रहेगी।
राज्यसभा के उपसभापति हरिवंश नारायण ने दिग्गज उद्योगपति रतन टाटा के निधन पर कहा है कि उनका निधन न केवल भारत के लिए बल्कि विश्व के लिए एक अपूरणीय क्षति है।
रतन टाटा का जाना सिर्फ भारत ही नहीं, दुनिया के उद्योग जगत में एक अपूरणीय क्षति है। भारत के लिए तो है ही, सबसे पहले उनकी स्मृति में उनके महान और उल्लेखनीय कामों के प्रति याद करते हुए उन्हें मेरी विनम्र श्रद्धांजलि। रतन टाटा कई चीजों में बड़े अपने ढंग के इनोवेटिव व्यक्ति थे और एक जो टाटा समूह की पुरानी संस्कृति थी कि वो उद्योग जगत में अपने वैल्यूज के साथ काम करना, उसको रतन टाटा एक नए शिखर पर ले गए।
গতিময়তাক উচ্চল আৰু প্ৰাণময় কৰি ৰাখিবলৈ ভিন্ন প্ৰকাৰে উদযাপন কৰোঁ। সৰু ডাঙৰ সুখৰ মুহূৰ্তবোৰৰ স্মৃতি সজীৱ কৰিবলৈ আমাক মাথো এটা অজুহাত লাগে। তেতিয়াই আমি পাৰ্টি কৰোঁ, বন্ধুবৰ্গৰ মাজত ৰসাল আড্ডাৰ আমেজ লওঁ। এই পাৰ্টি বা উদযাপন সন্দৰ্ভত বিভিন্ন লেখা সামৰি সজাই তোলা হৈছে আইনা জীৱনৰ অক্টোবৰ মাহৰ সংখ্যাটি। ইয়াৰ উপৰিও পাঠকে পঢ়িবলৈ পাব আইনাত স্বাস্থ্য, সৌন্দৰ্য, ফেশ্বন, কেৰিয়াৰ, খেল জীৱনৰ ভ্ৰমণ কাহিনী, পৰ্যটন, খাদ্য সম্ভাৰ, ছবি জগত, গল্প, উপন্যাস আদি নিয়মীয়া শিতানসমূহ জানিবলৈ সংগ্ৰহ কৰক আইনা জীৱনৰ অক্টোবৰ মাহৰ সংখ্যাটি। আইনা জীৱনৰ অতি শীঘ্ৰেই সংগ্ৰহ কৰক আপোনাৰ প্ৰিয় আলোচনীখন। সকলো পাঠকলৈ শাৰদীয় অলেখ অযুত শুভকামনাৰে।
Lights!
The all-new Jupiter is more than more. Style more, 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 more. Space more, More. Storage too is even more. Call alerts, navigation, and some more. Mileage is much, much more. The all-new Jupiter is more than more.
Introducing the all-new TVS Jupiter, India का नया
ज़्यादा,
एक हुआ अधिकम बेशी
शास्त्र,
अधिका
वधु, बेसी।
পতঞ্জলী কচ্চিঘানী বিশুদ্ধ সৰিয়হৰ তেলত বিশুদ্ধতাৰ তীব্ৰতা এনেকুৱা যি লৈ আহে চকুলৈ পানী আৰু যেতিয়া পৰিবেশন কৰা হয় তেতিয়া সকলোৰে মুখলৈ আহে পানী সোৱাদ আৰু বিশুদ্ধতাৰ সংযোগ পতঞ্জলী কচ্চিঘানী সৰিয়হৰ তেল
প্ৰচুৰ পৰিমাণৰ গ্লিচাৰিনৰ সৈতে ইডিয়ে সফট স্কিন আৰু স্যাভলন সুৰক্ষা যে বীজাণুৰ পৰা কৰি ৰাখে সেফ স্যাভলন গ্লিচাৰিনৰ সফটনেছ স্যাভলনৰ সুৰক্ষা
শারদীয় দুর্গোৎসব উপলক্ষে এইবাৰ প্ৰাইডিছ এণ্টাৰটেইনমেণ্টছ প্ৰাইভেট লিমিটেডৰ বিশাল আয়োজন ষষ্ঠীৰ পৰা দশমীলৈ গোসানী নামৰ প্ৰতিযোগিতা ঢাক ঢোল বাদনৰ বিশেষ প্ৰতিযোগিতা দশভুজা বিসৰ্জনৰ অভিনৱ প্ৰতিযোগিতা পাণ্ডুঘাটৰ পৰা বিসৰ্জনৰ পোনপটীয়া সম্প্ৰচাৰ লগতে জনপ্ৰিয় শিল্পীৰ বিশেষ সংগীতানুষ্ঠান ষষ্ঠীৰ পৰা দশমীলৈ প্ৰতিটো দিনতেই উপভোগ কৰক আপোনাৰ প্ৰিয় চেনেল ৰং আৰু ৰামধেনু
অসম চৰকাৰৰ স্বাস্থ্য বিভাগ মেডিকেল এডুকেশ্যন ৰিচাৰ্চ ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট আৰু শ্ৰীমন্ত শংকৰদেৱা ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিৰ অন্তৰ্ভুক্ত নীলাচল কলেজ অফ এলাইড হেল্থ ছায়েন্সেছে আগবঢ়াইছে তিনিটাকৈ সুকীয়া পাঠ্যক্ৰম বেচেলৰ ইন মেডিকেল লেবৰেটৰী টেকনলজি বেচেলৰ অফ ফিজিঅ'থেৰাপি আৰু ডিপ্ল'মা ইন মেডিকেল লেবৰেটৰী টেকনলজি অত্যাধুনিক লেবৰেটৰীৰ সুবিধা
असम रतन टाटा के दिल के करीब था। असम के मुख्यमंत्री हिमंत विश्व शर्मा ने रतन टाटा के परलोक गमन को निजी क्षति करार दिया है। मुख्यमंत्री हिमंत विश्व शर्मा ने रतन टाटा के निधन पर कहा कि उनकी विरासत, करुणा, राजनेता और भारत के विकास की कहानी में अडिग विश्वास की विरासत है। उनके निधन से असम ने अपने सबसे बड़े शुभचिंतकों में से एक को खो दिया है। असम के सर्वोच्च नागरिक पुरस्कार से सम्मानित रतन टाटा का असम की जनता के दिलों में विशेष स्थान है। और यहाँ बता दें कि ऐतिहासिक रूप से असम की आर्थिक गतिविधियां काफी हद तक सार्वजनिक क्षेत्र के अनुबंधों और प्रत्यक्ष रोजगार तक सीमित रही, लेकिन इस साल 29 फरवरी को एक महत्वपूर्ण विकास के तहत असम ने निवेश स्थलों की विस्तारित सूची में प्रवेश किया। केंद्र सरकार ने गुवाहाटी के पास जागी रोड में 27,000 करोड़ रुपए की सेमीकंडक्टर असेंबली और परीक्षण इकाई स्थापित करने के लिए टाटा सेमीकंडक्टर असेंबली एंड टेस्ट प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के लिए उत्पादन लिंक्ड प्रोत्साहन को मंजूरी दी, जो राज्य में अब तक का सबसे बड़ा निवेश है। उदारीकरण के बाद भारत की निजी क्षेत्र की औद्योगिक गतिविधियां मुख्य रूप से महाराष्ट्र, गुजरात, कर्नाटक, राष्ट्रीय राजधानी क्षेत्र जैसे दिल्ली और पंजाब और हरियाणा के आसपास के हिस्सों में ही केंद्रित रही थी, लेकिन टाटा ग्रुप्स की वजह से आज इसमें असम का नाम भी शुमार हो गया है। और हमारे एडिटर इन चीफ असबिर हुसैन ने रतन टाटा के करीबी सहयोगी और बिजनेस लीडर रंजीत बर ठाकुर से भी इस दुखद खबर पर बात की।
I am now joined by Mr. Ranjit Borthakur, top business leader who was a close associate of Mr. Ratan Tata, having had long associations with him. Mr. Ranjit Borthakur, as the nation mourns the demise of Mr. Ratan Tata, what thoughts cross your mind? What would you like to say?
I think the world sort of condoles the death of Mr. Tata. Mr. Tata integrated in his term, integrated the world with India and helped India to integrate with the world. His investments in UK with Tetley, with Tata Steel and with JLR Land Rover actually really made a big difference to the Tata Group and to India.
Now, he was quite passionate about the issues, about the things that he loved, and that totally set him apart. He was not a competitive business leader. He was not a competitive industrialist. He was a humane person. What would you remember of him as far as these aspects are concerned?
Mr. Tata's competitiveness was social competitiveness. What he really did was he insisted that every business had a big social dimension upfront to it. For example, he helped the ITIs in Assam to get, meaning electronic driving first before anybody thought. He helped Assam to think about diversification in tea from pepper to various other things. He helped Assam to actually think different, and his last contributing and lasting gift is the semiconductor industry in Jati Road. He actually helped with the cancer, and he helped the cancer network, and he actually believed in giving back to society what he takes from it.
Yes, Mr. Ranjit Borthakur, Mr. Ratan Tata had a very close association with Assam. You played an active part in it. He had contributed a lot for the development and growth of Assam.
He loved Assam, and he knew it was an important part, integral part of India. So everything that he did for Assam was with the idea of integration, national integration, and to see that profit was distributed to the people of Assam, from the people of Assam.
Mr. Ranjit Borthakur, thank you very much for speaking to Northeast Live on a day that which is actually a personal loss for you. Thank you so much.
और रतन टाटा के निधन पर गृहमंत्री अमित शाह क्या कह रहे हैं वो भी सुनिए। तो आज पूरा देश गम में डूबा हुआ है। देश ने एक अनमोल रतन को खो दिया है। तस्वीरें सामने आ रही हैं मुंबई के एनसीपीए ग्राउंड से, जहां रतन टाटा के पार्थिव शरीर को अंतिम दर्शन के लिए रखा गया है। आज सुबह 10 बजे से शाम 4 बजे तक यहां सभी उन्हें अंतिम श्रद्धांजलि दे सकेंगे और इसके बाद वर्ली के शमशान घाट में उनका अंतिम संस्कार किया जाएगा। उनके निधन ने पूरी दुनिया को गहरा दुख दिया है। पीएम मोदी समेत देश दुनिया के लोगों ने आज गहरी संवेदना व्यक्त की है। तस्वीरों में आपको दिखा रहे हैं जहां आज रतन टाटा के निधन के बाद उनके पार्थिव शरीर को लोग श्रद्धांजलि देने पहुंचे हैं। सुबह 10 बजे से ही यहां काफ़ी भीड़ देखी जा रही है। राजकीय सम्मान के साथ आज उनका अंतिम संस्कार संपन्न किया जाएगा। तो तस्वीरें हैं एक तरफ जहां मुख्यमंत्री डॉक्टर हिमंत विश्व शर्मा ने रतन टाटा से मुलाकात की थी, उन्हें असम वैभव से नवाजा गया था।
Lights!
The all-new Jupiter is more than more. Style more. navigation and some more. Mileage is much, much more. The all-new Jupiter is more than more.
Introducing the all-new TVS Jupiter, India का नया
ज़्यादा
एक हुआ
अधिकम
बेशी
शास्त्र
अधिका
वधु बेसी
प्रथम पिंपल